Alrighty, welcome to a special episode of Inside the U. We have an extended cut of Larry's Lookahead here. Brian, I don't know if you've tuned in lately to the episode, but obviously you're a feature under Larry's Lookahead. So I am joined by a special guest here, friend of the league, Ryan Pettengill at Beer League Warriors Apparel. How's it going, sir?
Going real good. Thanks for having me. I appreciate you having me be here.
Yeah, man. Well, you were just saying that you're down in Texas. You were just saying the weather was 11 degrees.
Yeah,
The whole state
I'm
shut down.
originally from Michigan. And
Oh,
so,
yeah.
this is not all that out of the ordinary for me, but in Texas, this kind of thing shuts us down. So power going in, power coming out, 11 degrees. It was snowing a little bit earlier. It kind of looked like Armageddon on the expressway. People don't drive in it. So you
That's
get
insane.
you get the idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's obviously been cold up in Jersey, but we're kind of used to it at this point. We're a couple months into just freezing temperatures all the time. So, hockey weather.
Exactly.
So, like I said, we got an extended cut here of Larry's Look Ahead. I think by now, the guys have gotten a good introduction as to what Beer League Warriors Apparel is and what you guys stand for. But I figured, why not have you kind of dive in and let's hear it directly from you. Tell us about the brand.
Okay, so I started the brand about a year ago, at least the idea for the brand about a year ago. And honestly, it began as an idea to just frankly get people like me through the week. I guess I describe myself as a working adult. I can't imagine I'm that much different than anybody that's listening to this right now. And, there's just nothing cool about getting up at 4:00 in the morning. And so the only thing that makes it worse, especially if you're trying to squeeze in that workout, is just not having anything to put on. And the only thing that's worse than that is the stupid cotton t-shirts that I was wearing before I kind of stumbled into this world. It's just so much a part of the week. It's like being stuck in traffic or whatever. And so I started to poke around a little bit online, trying to find something that would just, make that workout, make that alarm clock be a little less intense, and just really couldn't find anything that was intriguing or interesting or anything like that. And so, I dug a little bit deeper, and it turns out, it doesn't really take a lot to launch a brand. And that's kind of where it began. I always like for lack of a better way of putting it, the inside language that's spoken by hockey players, basically coast to coast. There's things that I can tell you over at Jersey that would resonate with people in Detroit and people in Minneapolis, and frankly, people everywhere that are familiar with the game. So started putting some of those inside jargons on the back of these shirts. And like I said, it really depends on where you're standing in the United States, but people at the gym that I go have absolutely no idea what any of this stuff means. And frankly, I kind of like that too. It's something that kind of helps me get through the week. So anyway, that's where the idea for the brand came from. Starting off slow, just offering t-shirts. I say t-shirts, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but these workout tops, and got a hoodie in the work, moving in the direction of more just workout gear, workout apparel, and super excited about it. It's something that you learn something new every day. And yeah, it's just, I will say that it's made my workout a lot more enjoyable. And that's more than just working, just getting up.
Right. Yeah. No, we obviously can attest to it. I wear it to the gym all the time. And what better to go to the gym with a nice big hockey slogan on on the back of your shirt. Me and Jerry always make fun of Steve because we have clips of me and him hitting water bottles out of the net, but Steve has not yet. He's not yet knocked one out, so he hasn't earned the right to wear the shirt yet. We always tell him
It's something that you got to shoot for.
Yeah, exactly. So do you find that, like, I know obviously in Michigan and like here in Jersey, people connect really well with it. Do you find that people connect with the lingo down in Texas, or is that something that's making
Yes and
its
no.
way? Yeah.
It's not that much different than California, Phoenix, or something like that. There's pockets of hockey down here. That
Right.
being said, it's not Jersey, it's not Minnesota, it's not Michigan. What I do find interesting and funny is a lot of times it'll be other transplants like me that will connect with the shirt, right? I don't know how familiar you are with the shirts that I'm offering at the time, but there's one with the slogan "Back check, forecheck, paycheck." And if you've never really been around hockey, the concept of back check is, it's pretty foreign. And as it turns out, there's a guy from Wisconsin that saw it one day that I was working out, and we had a nice, fun, conversation about what brought us to Texas. And so, yeah, but that's more times than not, it's actually not Texans that are connecting with that. It's somebody from the Midwest or the Northeast or places like
Yeah.
that.
All right, I got you. Yeah, I got you. So you're in like a college town now, right?
Well, I wouldn't well, I work in the higher education industry. It's Dallas. I don't know how much of a college town. It's not Madison, I'll put it that way. It's not
Okay, okay.
East Lansing. There are colleges around. It's funny that you say that because there are a couple of universities that are trying to launch hockey clubs. And,
Yeah, that's
I
why I
don't know
was
if you guys
asking.
are
Yep.
familiar with that up there. Rutgers, I'm not sure, what kind of program that they've got up there. But if you're playing club, it's not exactly college hockey, but, it's a start down here. So,
Yeah, well, that's why I was asking because I thought perhaps I know at least a lot of the SEC schools have like ramped up their efforts. So I was just kind of curious if that was going on around where you are or not.
yeah, I mean, I don't know about you. I've been seeing this thing online recently. It's called a rink side hoodie, right? And it's got these cool SEC logos on it. The one that I'm thinking of right now is an Auburn Tiger logo, super cool looking shirt. So there's a backstory there. It's that's what I like about those hoodies
Yeah,
is that they will give you the backstory about the Auburn Tigers, which you wouldn't really
yeah,
associate
it's
with
cool.
a hockey school.
That's cool. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So I like I said, a lot of the guys, that check in with us on Inside the U, they're familiar by now about Beer League Warriors Apparel and what you guys stand for. And, that was kind of a little bit more of a deeper dive into, what got you guys started. You know what I mean? I think I love the idea. Like I said, I like walking into the gym with a nice big hockey slogan on the back of my shirt, just that, and I can attest to the comfortability and stuff like that and actually wearing it in the gym. So right on with that. So what are your thoughts? So you've been sticking with us for a few months here.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. Obviously, the guys who listen to the show will connect, with your story and your brand. So what do you think about the UAHL and what made you kind of like reach out to connect?
Love the concept of what you're doing. I've seen it in different parts of the country as well. But, I mean, when I normally think of beer league, when I think of adult recreational hockey, what comes to mind is sort of the product that I grew up with, which was the rink organizes the adult league and they put you on a team and that team plays X amount of games. And at the end of the season, they completely reshuffle the rosters. The jerseys look different, things of that variety. And, I mean, there's some criticisms of that are fair. And then there are some that maybe are not fair considering there was no such thing as Instagram back during this period, so you can't create that online community. I love following you guys online, especially your teams. Some of those teams
Mm-hmm.
are hilarious. While I'm thinking of this, quick shout out to the Chuggernauts, right? Big fan
Yeah.
of Chris Giletto and the Chuggernauts.
Yeah.
Also, big fan. I might not get this right, but the Roadrunners, Nate Mayer. Does that ring a bell?
Nate's account name is Roadrunner. Yeah, but he
Right.
plays on a couple different teams.
Okay. Yeah. Or is
Yeah.
it the Dusty Beavers? Is that right?
That's right. That's right. The Dusty
And so,
Beavers.
yeah, there's a great name.
Yeah.
And one of my favorites, I got to admit this, it's the Sugar Bush,
Yes,
right?
that's their
Those guys are hilarious. So, no, there's just this sense of community that wasn't there even 5 years ago. And so, it's just so much more interesting. I remember when one of the rinks, you know, began to try to keep stats, and the stats were, I'm using that term very, very loosely, but, I mean, I love coming across, an update on a game that happened the night before, and I'll see so-and-so got 3 assists, or the star of the game was the goalie with, 34 saves or things of that variety. It's just so much more, how do I put this, customizable
yeah.
and personally relatable. And that's why I think that BLW is a nice fit with you guys, because it is the customization of your workout attire, your workout gear. I don't know if anybody's noticed this, but a lot of those colors that we offer, they coincide with some of your favorite teams. And so that's
Yeah.
not by coincidence. It's designed to allow you to customize your workout experience and, kind of relate that to the hockey player.
Right. Yeah. No, it's cool that you've been able to. Because I was going to ask you next, if you've been able to connect with a lot of the teams. I know I see you on the Chuggernauts post and stuff like that, but I think that me and Steve and Jerry as well talk about this a lot. But like one of the biggest things that's come out of what we have to offer is the community that we put together, and it continues to get like stronger and stronger with the more we're present online, the more podcast episodes we put up. It gets really, with the more events we host, it gets stronger and stronger, and it really, like, each team that contributes amplifies it for everyone else. You know what I mean? So that's what we really love about it. I don't know. Usually around our season finale, we'll offer the Dusty Awards, and the Sugar Bush have won best social media like 5 seasons running, maybe, or something like that. So
Yeah, it makes
uh,
sense.
what I think, as you've said, what really makes the UHL cool is that kind of online, that extra layer of buy-in. You know what I mean? It makes it feel a little bit more tangible. So yeah. So let's get into. I'm sure you've kind of touched on this already, but you've started a brand specifically for hockey players. So let's talk a little bit more about why that is.
Let me start with the name. The Beer League Warriors, I wouldn't say that I plagiarized this, but there was a team that I used. I worked my way through college as a referee, and there was a team that I would ref for a lot, and they were known as the Warriors. Now, the term Beer League came in a little bit later, but nonetheless, this is, it was always one of those fun things, because in the aftermath of the game, I would always go into their locker room, and they always have an adult beverage for me, and you can kind of connect the dots where it comes to where the name came from. But
Yeah.
again, the world of hockey, it's very tightly knit, I feel. And quite frankly, like you, it's nice to walk into the gym with a shirt that is not only relatable to the hockey world, but it's different. I mean, you can go through any of your big box stores right now, and any of the brands that you can probably think of, they generally say the same thing, and you see a lot of that generic attire when you hit the gym. So what I was looking for is something a little bit more authentic and something a little bit more relatable. And I just, as somebody that grew up around the game, I just couldn't think of a better way to kind of convey that look than the hockey world. So
Right. So growing up in the world, does that mean as a player or more so as a referee?
both as a player and as a referee, sometimes both in the same night, right? I think if you've got anybody that's listening to this right now that is a referee, you know exactly what that means, which is always
Yeah.
fun when you're refereeing for a team that's made up of referees. That's always a good time. So, but yeah, no, I think I started playing when I was about 5, right? And I know every state's a little bit different in terms of your trajectory as a player, but got to high school, started playing for the high school team. I got close to a state championship, but the problem in the state of Michigan is when you play those Upper Peninsula teams, there's
Yeah.
basically only 2 things to do
Yeah.
in the UP. One of them is play hockey, the other is drinking beer. So, I mean, they're pretty good at it, is what I'm trying to say. So got
Yeah.
close, but quite over the top.
Gotcha.
College played, obviously played a little bit of adult league, a little bit of rec league, and I mean, refereeing hockey games at the time seemed like easy money. I know that you said you're just embarking on that career
Yeah.
opportunity. It's not nearly as easy as all of us professionals make it out to be, but I mean, there's great community there too. I mean, those are
Yeah.
lifelong friends that I made in college, but also this community of referees.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think I'll edit that one out, but I think you got I think we got snagged there for a sec. But yeah, um definitely am just getting started in my refereeing journey. I have been playing hockey for I don't know 25 years or so, and I've vowed since the last few months I've vowed to never yell at a referee again.
Oh my God, I know.
It's
Yeah,
a it's a thankless job for sure, but I do
yeah,
like getting a couple extra hours in on my edge work and skating a little bit. You know what
sure.
I mean? So
It's a great time to
I'll
work on
deal with
that.
the yelling.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you're gonna we'll get into it in a second here. You're gonna be up joining us on March 7th through the 9th at the Winter Series. Do you want to do a guest referee appearance, or you want to
Oh my
just
God, no. I'm not certified. That's by design, right? I actually was gonna do this down in Texas. I just got so busy that
yeah.
you know it didn't happen, and I haven't done that since. But no, I will not be guest appearing in any game.
All
I
right.
might run the squirt. I might run the clock for you if you need somebody to fill in there. But aside from
All right,
that,
yeah.
maybe old judge, something like that.
So you are going to be joining us though. What's
Yeah.
what can the guys expect? Because
So here's what
the
you
Winter
missed.
Series, like I said before we jump into that, the Winter Series obviously coming up March 7th through the 9th. This is going to be a C through B level tournament, so right in the middle of the skill level. Obviously, that's our broadest audience in terms of like how many players that we have. It reaches the most amount of people, and it always does well for tournaments. If you're out there listening, you can still join us as a free agent or as a team. But Ryan's going to be joining us. So, what can the guys expect from our special guest?
Yeah, no, yeah. Thank you for asking. So I got to answer that question with a question. You guys do some tailgating at these tournaments.
Yeah,
That's right, right?
yeah. Can't really can't go through the whole weekend without crack a couple beers and hanging out. So,
Exactly, exactly.
yeah,
So partly as a way to get the brand's name out there, and partly as a way to kind of put some faces, some actual, face to face faces, if you know what I mean, with some names. I thought I would go up there. I thought I would buy all of you an adult beverage and get to know you a little bit more. I'm going to bring some products with me. These are some things that are new. They're not on the site right now. And basically a little merch stand if you want to get in on this, if you want to see
nice.
what all the excitement is about, this is your opportunity. So,
Nice. Yeah, that is obviously with the UHL experience and the league play, we try to go over the top. We try to do the same thing in our tournaments. It's meant to be like a miniature version of our experience. So it's not only on the ice competitive photo galleries, it's actually off the ice, kind of bringing the community together and having some fun in the process and bringing having guests like you, I kind of think adds to that, especially with your brand and your story. So March 7th through the 9th, that's going to be a lot of fun, I think. You're all set. You're
yeah,
all set with the itinerary. We're a couple weeks out now. It's insane. We've been talking about
yeah.
this
I
for
mean,
quite
I
some
am.
time. But yeah.
I am. I got my tickets booked. I know where I'm going to stay for the hotel. Tell me something. How hard would it be for me to run up the Philadelphia Institution of Arts steps? I want to do that Rocky thing,
Yeah. I mean, you probably grab if you're, you probably grab a $30 Uber over there or something like that, maybe before you, before you take
Yeah.
off. Uh, but, hey, go for it.
Yeah.
Take a video too. I'd like to see that. I
Yeah.
haven't done that yet, but hey, that's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Obviously, that's kind of the last thing I wanted to touch on. Me and you were talking about doing this and kind of getting together, leading up to it, and I think it was a
Mm.
good introduction. Especially because the guys hear about you every week. Hopefully, even if you're not playing, come by, hang out, grab a beer, grab a shirt, meet Ryan. And join the UAHL experience for our Winter Series 2025, March 7th through the 9th. So what I usually close things off with is to check you guys out at Beer League Warriors Apparel on Instagram. They can obviously go to your site as well, beerleaguewarriors.com. Anything else you want to kind of throw in there?
Couple things.
Yeah.
I don't want to give too much of this away, right? The element of surprise. But I'm gonna offer a raffle of sorts. So you're definitely gonna want to come see the tailgate tent. If you go on to Instagram right now, what I could really use, what would give me some followers. I need some followers. And so, if you follow me and you can demonstrate that you follow me, that's good for one raffle ticket. Good for one raffle ticket. If you can refer your buddy to me, somebody that's a new follower, and you can keep track of that, that's good for another raffle ticket. And
Gotcha.
if you maybe buy a shirt, that's good for 2 or 3 raffle tickets. I think you can see
Nice.
where I'm with this. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll run that up on the this over the weekend, right?
Yeah, over the weekend. That's going to be the plan. If you come
Okay,
see
cool.
us, if you follow the page, like I said, it's good for a raffle ticket.
Alrighty, sounds good. Well, you can count on us being there at least, and then we'll go from there. So, like I said before, if you're not playing, well, first of all, registration is still open for free agents and things like that. So make sure you join us there. If you're not playing, come check out, the tent. Come check out Ryan. Come check out the on ice action. Ryan, I'm not sure if you know, but like typically throughout the tournament, we'll have photography and videography. There'll be a nice recap video and stuff like that. So even if you can't make it, like I said, check out Beer League Warriors on Instagram, on the website. Check out the video, and Ryan, I appreciate your time. Looking forward to
Yeah,
seeing you
no,
in a couple
thanks again
weeks.
for
Then,
having me. It's
yeah, nice. All right, guys. That does it for this special edition of Inside the U. We'll see you all soon. We'll be back with a full length episode in a couple of days here. All right, guys. See you.
Yeah.